What's up guys, Tommy here, bringing you some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater commentary, and I'm going to be showing you some gameplay from Tony Hawk's 3 and Tony Hawk's Project 8, just to show how the series has evolved over time really. And I'm a big fan of this series, really. I honestly have no idea if they're still making them now, because I'm not really on the lookout for them, but back in the day, these games were amazing. And to be honest, in terms of skating in real life, I'm really not a big skater. Like, I tried it once, I had a phase when I was maybe 13, 14, I tried skating for a bit, and I nearly broke my leg. Funny story, actually it wasn't very funny at the time, but looking back in retrospect it is actually quite funny. But I was sliding down this ramp, not really sliding, rolling at an incredibly slow speed, by the way. If you'd have looked at me, you'd think I was incredibly pathetic in how I did this injury, but basically I was rolling down the slope very slowly, not even, manualing or anything, just generally just rolling, and it slipped from under my feet. I fell over, landed on my legs in a really awkward way, and we actually thought they were broken. I was there with my friends, and he had to actually carry me back, like piggyback me to the car and take me down to the hospital. As it turns out, it was just really badly bruised and not broken, but hey, that was a fun experience. So, in terms of real life skating, I'm really not a big fan, but as for these games, I really love them, they're very enjoyable. And the way the games work, just for anyone who's never played them before, you just skate around, obviously, and you get points for everything you do. So, whether that be a grind, or a flip trick, a gap, like there's certain gaps in the game where if you jump from one place to another, or do a grind from one rail to another or something, it counts as a gap and you get bonus points for that kind of thing. But the old format of the games, like this one, Tony Hawk's 3, this is a perfect example of an old format of the game. This is Foundry, the first level from Tony Hawk's 3, and the way they used to work is you'd get a 2-minute time limit in each level. You get, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 levels, different environments and stuff, and you would just do tricks on them to get as many points as you can. So before you start each run, you get given a list of challenges to do in the level, and some of them are across all maps and levels, like for example, collect the letters of skate, which I've done in this one, just 5 golden letters scattered around the map. And then there are also some others like get the high score, the pro score, and the 6 score, which are just getting scores of different, degrees in each level. And then there are some which are unique to levels as well, so for example, collecting, well, there's a failed triple kickflip there. So there's some where you have to collect 5 objects around the level, like 5 different objects, and in this one you've got to grind the rail and knock the foreman into the water or something, but yeah, basically that's how it works. And I'm moving on to a different level here. This is Rio, I think it's called. So this is a competition format level, and I think there's 2 or 3 of these in this game, but I'm not really sure. And I don't know if it's specific to Tony Hawk's 3 or not, but it's definitely a good feature to the game, and I really enjoy it. I think you get 3 runs, and you get judged on each run based on how many points you get in the run, and also how many bails you get. Obviously, you lose points in the judges' favour by bailing and stuff, but there's also certain things I love about the series as a whole, which are, the music is one. I love the music in all the games. It's not all my kind of taste, like there's quite a bit of rap and hip-hop in it as well, which is not my kind of thing, but in general I think the music's really suited to the game, and it's very good. There's also quite a lot of customization. You can customize your skater, their board. Obviously you can change the music around if you want. There's a lot of creative park modes which are really good. I've played around with those a few times. You can make your own challenges and gaps and maps, all that kind of thing. It's really good. And I think they're just overall very enjoyable and well thought out games. I think we'll come to the end of the run here. In a second I'm going to show you Tony Hawk's Project 8, just to show you the kind of contrast of how the series has evolved over time. Look at this manual here. Could have held it on for longer but chose not to. But yeah, just want to show you how the series has evolved over time. They kind of went from the earlier style where it's just individual levels where you do 2-minute runs, and they kind of migrated it to a different style where you'd have a more open world and you could choose when and where you do your challenges. By the way, I forgot to mention earlier, you unlock new levels by actually completing challenges and stuff, and you find skate points to upgrade your skater in terms of his stats, like his rail balance and his lip trick balance, all that kind of thing. But here you can see this is Tony Hawk's 8, and you can choose when you do your challenges. You get these kind of big overworld maps, if you like, certain big areas, and from there you can choose different challenges, and you can migrate to a new area if you want, but this is the nailing trick mechanic. It's kind of, well, it's a bit dodgy to be honest. I don't really like this part of it, but they did add quite a few new mechanics to the game, so, I think they've made quite a bit of effort with it. By the way, that skater I think is supposed to represent me, though I have no idea how. I pretty much just loaded up this data from a few years ago, so apparently this is what my 12-year-old self thought I should look like. 12, 14, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, that's supposed to be me, so... Anyways, in these later games, you also have the ability to do stuff like spine transfer over some quarter pipes and stuff. You can actually get off your board and walk and run and climb up stuff if you really want to, but... Yeah, this is a challenge where you've got to keep a combo going as long as you can on these coloured objects. I am not particularly good, so I just get the pro score there. You get Am, Pro, and Sick on each of these challenges, so obviously you get more points for doing the Sick one, but I am just a pro, apparently. I'm not quite 6 sins enough, but going to be showing you the final goal of this video here, and believe me, I actually get cheated out of my 6 score here. You start the manual on that line, and you've got to keep it going past all these lines. So there's the flag for the Am score, Pro one's a bit further on, the 6 one's a bit further on. So tell me if you think I get the Pro score or the 6 score from this challenge at the end. Anyways, that was the end of the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and leave comments for what you want to see in the next in Retrospect. I'm happy to take suggestions. So, that was the video, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.